It's safe to say that we've received a bunch of Star Wars animated content in the most recent years. And yesterday, or today, depending on what day I release this video, we got to see the trailer for Tales of the Empire, a 6-episode short series about Morgan Elsbeth and Barriss Offee. To say I'm excited for this show is an understatement. I am absolutely hyped for this. Visually, it looks amazing. I personally think that this show will be better than Tales of the Jedi. But enough glorifying the show, let's break down what actually happened. This show, as I've mentioned, will be a 6-episode short series, which means the episodes will most likely be anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. And we'll probably have 3 episodes dedicated to Morgan Elsbeth and 3 episodes to Barriss Offee. For this breakdown, we'll start off with Morgan and then get to the real main character of the show, Barriss. In this show, we get to see a new perspective of the Night Sister massacre from the point of view of Morgan Elsbeth, who notably is wearing her Night Sister facial markings. And for what we're shown, this will show the battle droids burning down the forts of Dathomir. And I gotta say, the droids look so cool walking through the fire as they're firing upon the Night Sisters. And we see in the trees hidden is Morgan, who if I had to guess is hiding up there after she fought General Grievous because she looks so visibly shaken and weakened, or this takes place before that and she's looking at her sisters being shot down. And I have to say that the General Grievous in this show looks absolutely amazing in this. They did an incredible job with his design. He looks very horrifying. And speaking of General Grievous, we see Morgan and Grievous fighting each other. And while Grievous is using his iconic lightsabers, Morgan is actually using a different weapon this time. She's actually using 2 sickles that appears to have Night Sister magic on them. And like the sword we saw Morgan use against Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show, they are lightsaber resistant. After this possible flashback, Morgan is in a mountain range looking over the burnt down and destroyed forest that used to be her home. And next to her are the 2 witches of the Mountain Clan, who if I had to guess are there to take her in and train her. We also get to see Morgan being saved by someone who if I had to guess is the matron, who is the leader of the Mountain Clan. But something probably will happen to these Night Sisters and will cause the death of all of them. Because as we know, at the time of Jedi Fallen Order, there are no other Night Sisters besides Marin. We also get to see Morgan training with her sickles again, presumably after the massacre, but this time there is no Night Sister magic on them. We learn all of this through a monologue that Morgan tells Admiral Thrawn, and Morgan tells Admiral Thrawn that she wants to join the Empire. And after hearing her entire backstory, Thrawn accepts her into the Empire. And from what we can gather, she makes herself the self-proclaimed ruler of the planet where we first meet her on in The Mandalorian. It appears that this story arc will lead all the way to the end of the Empire, because by the looks of it, a New Republic ambassador goes to the planet and if I had to guess, wants her to give up power or to join the New Republic. But we soon see that Morgan will not give up her power and not only shoots them out of the city, but blows up their ship. There's also another scene of a burning forest, but this time it is Morgan who started it. And to me, this symbolizes that she has fully embraced rage and vengeance and has no intentions of going back to her former self. And in this series, we'll also get to see how she got her Beskar spear that Din Djarin later uses. And with that out of the way, let's get on to probably the most important part of the show, the return of Barriss Offee. For a little recap, Barriss Offee was a Jedi Padawan to Jedi Master Luminara Unduli until she became fed up with the Jedi Order and bombed them, and soon framed Ahsoka for the bombing. And of course, the Jedi would eventually find out the truth, but it would be too late as Ahsoka would already decide that she no longer wanted to be a Jedi and would leave the Order. And Barriss would be convicted of her crime and sent somewhere else, and for the longest time we had no idea where that was until now. In the trailer, we see the same ship the Inquisitors use arrive on an ocean moon. And this is most likely the ocean moon called Nur, which is the moon that houses the Inquisitors' headquarters. And we see the 4th sister visiting Barriss Offee in the prison cell and offers her a choice. And based off of the way the 4th sister is dressed, which kinda looks like Jedi robes but darker, and the Coruscant clone Red Guards defending her cell, we can assume that this takes place very quickly after Order 66. After this scene, we are taken to a different room that is heavily guarded by clone troopers wearing black armor, which reminded me a lot of Death Trooper armor. And as this is playing out, we can hear a clone trooper saying that it is a good thing that she's not a Jedi. And inside this heavily guarded room is the Grand Inquisitor with his new design, which looks awesome, along with several other Jedi lightsabers. And we know these are Jedi because when Barriss ignites one, the blade is green. And for some information about the Grand Inquisitor, when Barriss Offee was taken in for trial regarding the Jedi Temple bombing, the Grand Inquisitor was actually one of the Temple guards who took her there and heard her speech about the Jedi. After this, we can assume that he became disillusioned with the Jedi Order and later joined Palpatine, because we do know during Operation Nightfall, he did kill a large majority of the Temple guards. After getting her green lightsaber, she is soon attacked by the Grand Inquisitor, who quickly defeats her. And for the first time in animated Star Wars, we actually see blood. For me, this really sets the tone of the show, as it'll be a dark and gritty show. Later in the trailer, we cut to her in some sort of ring with another assumed Inquisitor trainee there. And in that ring, they're forced to fight to the death. And if I had to guess, the Inquisitor trainee with her in the room was also a Jedi survivor. And we do know that she will win this fight and fully join the Inquisitorius, as we see her later in the trailer wearing her full Inquisitor clothing, with her new spinning lightsaber. Something else that shocked me a lot was that we get to see another Jedi survivor. Unfortunately though, we know practically nothing about this this Jedi other than that they are human and that they have a blue lightsaber. And in the clip where we see her, she's fighting the fourth sister when Barriss Offee joins in. And while we don't know how the fight goes exactly, we can assume that they defeat the Jedi, as we later see the fourth sister in the Kenobi show. And at the end of the trailer, we hear the Grand Inquisitor introducing the Inquisitors to their new master, Darth Vader. After this, Barriss Offee, the fourth sister, an Inquisitor who I believe is Marok based off his designs, and the other Inquisitor from Tales of the Jedi who Ahsoka killed, who I believe is the first brother, all bow down to Lord Vader. And I wonder what will happen between Vader and Barriss Offee, because Barriss was the reason Ahsoka left the Jedi Order, and that did play a major role into why Anakin fell to the dark side of the Force. And if I had to guess, this will end with Barriss either dying or leaving the Inquisitorists to go into hiding. This trailer looks absolutely astonishing. I cannot wait to see how this show will play out. And that is a full trailer breakdown of Tales of the Empire. Thank you so much for watching today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Are you excited for this show? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. And with that, my fellow Star Wars nerds, may the Force be with you.